Senator Obama went out of his way today to avoid reporters and their questions. It was this morning's Chicago Sun-Times, as you point out, that reported that many of the buildings that Tony Rezko was supposed to transform into affordable housing are today unlivable or boarded up. 11 of those buildings are in what was State Senator Barack Obama's district. Buildings like this one in the 7,000 block of South Sangamon. What we wanted to ask Obama was what he knew about Rezko's management or mismanagement of those buildings while Obama was state senator. During the late 1980s and through the 1990s, Tony Rezko and his company secured approximately $100 million in grants, loans, and federal housing tax credits to rehab units in 30 dilapidated Chicago buildings, according to the Sun-Times investigation. Many were on the South Side, where Barack Obama once worked as a community activist. He was elected to the Illinois legislature in 1996. Obama also was an attorney and worked in the law firm that did legal work for Rezko's company. Rezko was also a major campaign contributor to Obama and served on his finance committee when he ran for U.S. Senate.
I'm going to make some mistakes every once in a while.
Last year, Obama became embroiled in a real estate controversy of his own. On the same day that Obama purchased the sprawling South Side home, Rezko's wife bought the adjacent vacant lot. At the time, Tony Rezko was the target of a federal investigation that resulted in his indictment in October on charges he tried to solicit kickbacks in return for helping secure state pension fund business. In November, Obama called that real estate transaction a boneheaded mistake.
One of the things you purchase when you enter into public life is that there are going to be a different set of standards.
But after a foreign policy address today in Chicago, Obama's security detail altered his route out of the building. Senator Obama, will you stop? So as not to face waiting reporters' questions about this latest Rezko controversy.
She could have held back, but instead Hillary Clinton hit back.
I was fighting against those ideas when you were practicing law and representing your contributor, Rezko, in his slum landlord business in inner city Chicago.
Senator Obama explained it was just legal work on a low-income housing project. And Tony Rezko, just another client.
I did about 5 hours worth of work on this joint project. That's what she's referring to. Now,
but keeping them honest, there is a lot more to it than that. Tony Rezko has pleaded not guilty to federal charges of conspiracy, info peddling, and demanding kickbacks from companies in Illinois state business.
The city and the state have told us they never had any other low-income developer go with that bad, that quick, that much.
This is one of those buildings, and it does seem to fit the description. At the same time tenants in this were complaining about the heat being turned off, the building's owner, Rezko, was actually giving money to the Obama campaign.
Well, we have returned any money that we know was associated to Mr. Rezko.
By our count, Rezko and people in his circle have given Obama more than $120,000 for his U.S. and state Senate campaigns. A spokesman for Obama says the senator has donated $44,000 of that to charity since the indictment.
The facts are this. This is somebody who was active in politics in Illinois, who I knew. Nobody had any indications that he was engaging in wrongdoing. He was somebody who I knew and had been a supporter for many years. He was somebody who had supported a wide range of candidates all throughout Illinois. Nobody had an inkling that he was involved in any problems.
Senator Obama told one newspaper that he knew Rezko was under investigation at the time. But the Washington Post says Obama told them he had no idea of Rezko's brewing troubles. The first answer was more accurate. We found more than 100 stories in the Illinois papers in the preceding 5 months, detailing allegations that Rezko was a corrupting influence in Illinois politics, including a Sunday editorial in the Chicago Tribune 10 days before the House purchase, focusing on Rezko and his behind-the-scenes connection to the Illinois governor.
I paid more than the price of the property that I purchased, and so the assumption was that this was all above board.
Obama bought this house at $300,000 below the asking price. Perhaps not coincidentally, the very same day Rezko's wife bought the lot next door for full price. Months later, Barack Obama would buy a sliver of the Rezko land to expand his own yard.
For his part, Obama has given a series of various explanations about the deal. First, he told the Chicago Tribune that he didn't recall what his conversations were with Rezko. 4 days later, he told the Chicago Sun-Times that he did recall telling Rezko about the